Let me ask you something real. Have you ever wanted her, not just physically, but in a way that made your heart race? But you held back, because deep down, you weren't sure how to ask for it, how to show her your desire, without making her uncomfortable, without losing control of yourself. Most men think the answer is in charm, seduction, or words. But the truth is, a woman doesn't crave a man who begs. She craves a man who makes her feel safe in surrendering. This video isn't about pickup lines. It's about psychological mastery, how to speak to her body by first speaking to her nervous system. And we begin with one timeless principle. Your energy speaks louder than your words. Part 1. Understand female psychology before making any move. A woman's path to intimacy is different from yours. While men respond visually and physically, women open up psychologically first. This means that before she says yes to your touch, she must say yes in her mind to feeling safe, seen, and emotionally aligned. Here's the core idea. If her mind is not at peace with you, her body will never relax with you. Napihida it. This is where Stoicism comes in. You need to bring stillness to her chaos. She needs to feel that your presence is stronger than her doubt. Ask yourself, are you rushing? Are you validating yourself through her? Are you trying to control the outcome? Because if you are, she'll feel it, and her guard will shoot up. Instead, begin by attuning to her energy. Observe more than you speak. Let her feel like you're paying attention, not just waiting for the moment to make your move. Master this, and you've already taken the first step toward intimacy. Part 2. Build emotional safety before physical desire. You want intimacy? Earn her emotional permission first. And this doesn't come from buying her things or saying sweet lines. It comes from being grounded. Let's break this down into actionable steps. 1. Be present, not performative. When you're with her, you're with her. Eye contact, calm voice, still body. She notices everything. She doesn't want a performer. She wants a man who isn't shaken by her beauty. 2. Mirror her emotional state. If she's soft, you go softer. If she's playful, you lean in. If she's serious, you give space. Emotional mirroring builds trust and subconscious alignment. Let her speak without being the fixer. When she vents or shares something emotional, don't interrupt, advise, or joke. Just listen deeply. Let your calm be her anchor. The man who holds her emotion without reacting is the man she dreams of letting go with. When a woman feels that she can collapse into your presence without being judged, corrected, or pressured, that's when she begins to open naturally. Part 3. Use the Stoic invitation instead of begging or hinting. Here's where most men fail. They either blurt it out awkwardly, hint in a needy way, or manipulate through passive pressure. Instead, use the Stoic invitation. This technique frames intimacy not as something you ask for, but as something you invite with calm confidence. Here's an example of what to say. I feel something beautiful when we're this close. You don't have to do anything you're not ready for, but I want you to know I'm here, fully. And if you feel it too, let's not hold it back. This sentence is gold. Why? It expresses desire clearly. It removes pressure. It allows her to choose, which creates feminine excitement. This is the psychological trick. You become irresistible not by pushing for connection, but by creating the perfect conditions for her to choose you. True intimacy doesn't begin with asking. It begins with allowing her to lean in, not because she's persuaded, but because she feels drawn. Part 4. Shift from lustful energy to grounded presence. Let's be real. Women know when a man is only thinking about one thing, but here's the twist. The more you chase intimacy from a place of need or lust, the more unattractive you become. Why? Because lust without presence feels threatening. It feels consumptive, not connected. Women don't fear desire. They fear desire that isn't anchored. Your goal is to transmute your sexual energy into presence. How? Slow your breath around her. Stop over-talking. Don't try to impress. Let your body posture say, I'm not here to take. I'm here to witness you. That shift alone, from chasing to centering, makes her body start to trust yours. Part 5. Touch her mind first. Before you touch her body, touch her mind. This is where 90% of men get it wrong. They focus on the physical when the gateway is mental and emotional. A psychologically awakened woman is most turned on by curiosity, subtle challenge, poised mystery. Use statements that stimulate thought and feeling, like, you have a very different kind of energy. It's not just beauty. There's something underneath. Where does that come from? This invites her to reveal herself. And the more she reveals, the more invested she becomes. And when a woman feels mentally seen, Her body becomes receptive without you needing to ask. This is the Stoic advantage. You create desire without chasing it. Part 6. Use silence as a tool of seduction. Most men try to fill every gap in conversation with noise, but Stoicism teaches the power of silence. In intimacy, silence is magnetic. It creates tension, not the awkward kind, the charged kind. Here's how you use it. When you say something meaningful, pause. When she speaks vulnerably, look at her, then wait a beat. When you're close, let silence be the invitation. In a world of constant noise, the man who can sit in silence becomes unforgettable. A woman reads your pauses as confidence. She feels like you're not rushing toward a goal. You're savoring the moment, and that's what seduces her at the deepest level. Part 7. Read her subconscious signals before you move. Before you take any next step toward intimacy, you need to read her subconscious consent. Here are the signs. She touches her neck, collarbone, or lips often. She leans in slightly when you speak. She maintains eye contact after smiling. She mirrors your body language. But also, and most importantly, her nervous system is calm around you. She's not fidgeting. She's not looking around the room. She's not crossing her arms or legs defensively. The body speaks before the lips ever say yes. This is your cue, not to pounce, but to gently invite the next moment, keeping her in full psychological safety. Part 8. The moment of asking. Calm, honest, and free of expectation. Now you've built presence. You've established safety. You've created mental and emotional alignment. Here's how you actually ask, the Stoic way. I'm really enjoying being this close to you, and I'd love to explore more, but only if you feel the same. No pressure at all. I just want honesty, not obligation. This isn't weak. This is alpha-level clarity wrapped in emotional intelligence. It tells her, you are confident in your desire. You will not pressure her. You respect her boundaries. You value her trust more than your own gratification. This level of respect, combined with desire, is irresistible. Because now, she doesn't feel seduced. She feels safe to surrender. Part 9. Hold space for her answer without flinching. This is the part where most men fail the test. Not because of what they say, but because of how they react when the answer comes. When you ask a woman for intimacy, even in the calm, respectful, and psychologically aware way, she might say yes, say not yet, or simply hesitate. And if you flinch, if you pull back in disappointment, if you show even an ounce of pressure or wounded ego, she instantly closes off. Why? Because it tells her you weren't really holding space. You were calculating an outcome. The strength of a man is shown not when she says yes, but when he remains grounded if she says no. This is the Stoic practice in action. You detach from the result. You hold your masculine center no matter what. You let her feel safe in her freedom to choose. The irony? That very reaction, the lack of reaction, makes her trust you more, and in many cases makes her desire deepen over time. Part 10. Let her come closer voluntarily. Once you've asked and respected her space, don't chase, don't push, don't try to resume the moment. Instead, just breathe. Stay calm, stay warm, keep your eyes gentle. If she senses that you're still emotionally safe, she'll come closer, emotionally or physically, on her own terms. Here's what you say when the moment settles. I'm glad I shared that with you. No matter what, I really value this connection. That one line does two things. 1, it reassures her that she hasn't disappointed or hurt you. 2, it builds trust, the very thing that leads to intimacy later. This approach is rare, Talha. Most men either pressure or shut down, but the man who can stand still in his truth and allow her space becomes the only one she feels safe surrendering to. Final words, the Stoic secret to intimacy. So many men ask, how do I make her want me? But that's the wrong question. The real question is, how do I become the kind of man she can safely want? And the answer is simple but not easy. Master your own energy before asking for hers. Lead with calm, not craving. See her, truly see her. Before ever trying to touch her, be strong enough to hear not yet without losing yourself. The Stoic man doesn't seduce through force. He becomes the flame women are drawn to, not by manipulation, but by mastery. This is how you ask for intimacy. Not from a place of need, but from a place of power, peace, and presence.